You may be on a storm for 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was nothing unusual.
Listen, you have to take a break. You've got to.
I need to know, where all the players are on the chessboard.
Whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
There's only one company that provides E&O and general liability insurance solely to the claims industry, and that's Kaplik. They even have drone and cyber coverages. Download the free guide all about the different kinds of insurance that you, as the adjuster, should carry at cplic.net/adjustertv. So let's talk a little bit about, kind of wrap up with what, an adjuster they get working and they work a Hurricane Milton or Hurricane Irma or whatever, and they survive. Right? Maybe they do good enough to where they get called, they get asked to do cleanup. And so they're doing cleanup for a couple of months. And then the IA firm is like, hey, well, this one's kind of wrapping up. The carrier wants to take it back.
All right. Yep.
But we just had a hailstorm or a weighted snowstorm or something like that happen over here. Do you want to go? Right? And, oh, yeah, absolutely, sure. And then you leave your hotel and you go to another hotel 600 miles away.
Right.
And you start handling claims immediately. And you do that. This happens, right?
Right. All the time.
But this person, and I got emails after, what was it? Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Guys and gals doing Ian. And they would get deployed, like to just deploy. Right. And they're like, I don't want to, I've got to take a break. I'm just like, I'm working every single day for the last 6 months, every day without a break. But I don't want to try to take a break because I'm scared that they're going to like not hire me back or whatever. I'm like, listen, you have to take a break. You've got to.
Yep. So part of networking, keeping all your eggs in one basket, can sort of say, if you have a good relationship with that firm and they are calling you up to send you, you can tell them, look, I got to take a little time. It's okay.
Yeah.
They would much rather you tell them you need a break than go out and burn out.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't mean they're not going to call you back. It means they're going to probably still call you back on every storm they get.
Yeah.
They're going to try to hang on to good people and they want them to go as quickly as they can. And so, they value you. And if you're needing a break between events, tell them, I need 10 days.
Yeah.
Give me 10 days. If you still need somebody, I'll go out to this storm or keep me in mind for the next event.
Yeah.
And do that for yourself.
Yes.
You have to have some sanity about yourself too.
Yeah.
So because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else is going to do it for you. We try to take care of everybody, but when it comes down to how well you're coping and everything like that, that is on you. And it's okay to tell people, I can't. I would much rather have an adjuster as an employer tell me, no, I can't do this, than to take on a bunch of stuff and have to pull it back.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's burnout. My description of burnout is going to be the sort of side effects of that are going to be, the first one's going to be a reduced customer service because you're going to not give a damn. And second, you're just going to get sloppy. Third, you're going to get complacent. And this is when accidents start to happen, getting on and off the ladder. I've been on and off the ladder 5,000 times in the last 6 months. And you're on a little one-story ranch with the 412 roof. And those are the roofs that get people because they're not treating it as though you're jumping from one hot air balloon basket to the other and there's 2 miles below you, which is how you should do it every time. They're treating it like it's just walking down the sidewalk, and that's when the slips happen, the mist rung, the ladder sliding out because you threw it up, and it's never slipped out before, and you have to take a break. And oftentimes what I would do is especially if I was like one of the last adjusters on the storm and the claims are still coming in and there's enough volume for me and one other person maybe. And I would tell my manager, if I was starting, I'm like, I'm waking up, it's Groundhog Day, the movie where I'm
I'm doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah. And I would say, do you mind if I take 5 or 6 days, 7 days and just go home? And 100% of the time, my manager said, yeah, it's fine. I'll cut you off. Just keep your phone with you and just, anybody calls or whatever, just handle it. And that's all you got to do. And you're kind of working a little bit
Yeah, you might have to do, and then you call them and say, they'll call you at the end of that time and may say, do you want to come back, or do you want to,
Yeah.
it's.
I would just schedule
have
things.
that conversation with them.
Yeah, I would just have like a week gap in my schedule. And sometimes, I call a person on the Friday before I take my little break and I say, I got a new claim, I'll see you a week from Monday,
right,
9:00 in the morning. I mean, it's nobody. I mean, you could honestly, and I have also done this. I don't know if you've done it, but I've snuck away from storms and nobody even knew for a few days.
I'm not going to deny or I frown on
I'm
that.
not going to condone this behavior.
Yes, as a business owner, I condone people leaving an event without telling me.
To always tell. It's always better because a quote unquote fire could happen.
Exactly. And
you're
so
not there.
That's why, I will always, if you need to go home, I don't care. I'm very okay with it. People need a break.
Yeah.
Go and get back, do
long
whatever you
weekend.
need to. Yeah. It's okay. I have guys that fly in and out all the time. As long as they tell me, hey, or I say, I really don't need to know this, but I didn't need to know. I need to know, where all the players are on the chessboard. And so, you want to take, 3 or 4 days, go do it. Sometimes it just helps you decompress enough to get back and finish the event.
Yep.
So, but just let the supervisors know.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
you can't. Yeah, and you can't do it the beginning of a storm. Obviously, it's got to be like
you've been in there 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
You need a break.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
So
and that's that. The other thing I always tell people, and you're probably not gonna get any kind of a break, like especially on a major cat or big hailstorm. I'm not taking any like mat days. I don't do any work at all until at least 2 weeks in, and then it's going to be like Sunday morning. I'll take like a half day, and I'll just see what my volume is, and if I'm like, if a day can be popped out,
right,
then I don't do errands, don't do laundry, I don't do grocery shop, I don't do anything on my day off,
right. Well,
because I'm working. That's work, right? By the time you get done with your errands, the day's over, and you didn't rest, right? Go see a movie. Go play golf. I always take my clubs with me.
So my wife and I joke when I was early on in my career and doing coming from a staff and going to be an independent. Back when I was doing independent work and field adjusting, or that was 25 years ago. You may be on a storm site for 3 months.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was nothing unusual. The time requirements were different, and so. I believe it was 99 and 2000. I was home for 31 days. And when you have small kids in 31 days, it gets kind of hard. And so, you have to do time management, take care of yourself. You have a family. What is the commitment you have to your wife and kids? And so there's balances that you have to take on. And, if you need to do some things for yourself, your sanity, your marriage, you and your kids, people understand this is not only do we have a business, but we have life going on too. And if you need to take a break between events, if you need to take, you get there and you're working an event for 6 weeks and you got to take some time off, take some time off. The managers will understand.
Yeah.
It's the good people that do that. They keep you informed that you're always going to call back. It doesn't work in reverse. Oh, he always wants off. No, it doesn't work like that. If I look at what's the work product I get out of this person, they may have to have a little time off. Well, let them have a break because they're going to be twice as productive when they come back. Maybe even after 3 days.
When the hurricane hits, learn why failing to plan what to do and what supplies to take with you to a disaster zone is planning to fail in this next video right here.